Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Kishore here, and today we are going to solve an inequality Sudoku created by Seung-jae Kwak. Seung-jae Kwak is from South Korea and he is one of the fastest Sudoku solvers in the world, and he consistently ranks in the top 10 in the World Sudoku Championships. He is also a very good Sudoku author, and this Sudoku was created by him for the Logic Masters India contest. I will add the link to the contest in the description of the video. I will also add the online solving interface for this Sudoku, so that if you guys want to have a try before watching the video, you may please do so. I know many of you guys have an aversion for solving inequality Sudokus, because trust me, even I used to have an aversion at the start while solving inequality Sudokus, because there are so many symbols in the grid, and usually there are not many givens in inequality Sudokus, and we are confused where to start in the grid. But there is a process to solving inequality Sudokus, and if you go along the process, you will surely improve in inequality Sudokus and even develop an interest or liking for the Sudoku. So the rules of the Sudoku are, in addition to standard classic rules, that is each row, each column and each 3x3 box will have digits 1 to 9. There are symbols seen in the grids. By symbol I mean greater than or lesser than signs. As you can see, the open end of the sign, that is this cell, for example, if you take these two cells, row 2 column 4 and row 3 column 4, and there is a symbol, right, a greater than symbol. So what it implies is that the open end of the symbol must be greater than the digit in the closed end of the symbol. So row 2 column 4 will be greater than row 3 column 4, and similarly row 3 column 4 will be greater than row 3 column 5, and row 3 column 5 will be less than row 3 column 6, and so on and so forth. So basically the open end of the symbol will have the greater digit of the two cells, right? These are the rules. Now during this video, I'll try to explain how to go about inequality Sudokus, and if you practice in the same way that I suggest, you will definitely become faster and inequality Sudokus won't be difficult to tackle. So in general, in any inequality Sudokus, it always helps to start with by making pencil marks of a single candidate, either the lowest digit or the highest digit, right? So for example, here we have a 9, right? So we can start with the 9, start by placing the 9s in each of the boxes. As you can see, box 1, 5 and 9 are have givens, and they do not have any symbols. Oh, there is a nice pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. But in other boxes, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 and 8, we have only symbols. So we'll start making pencil marks in those digits, those boxes So you have 9 in row 8. Let's start from this box. You can't have a 9 here because you have a lesser than symbol. So 9 can be here. 9 will obviously be greater than all the 3 cells. 9 can't be here, and 9 cannot be in these 3 cells. Can't be here because 9 is less than something, which is not true. Can't be here because then this cell is greater than 9. So 9 cannot be here. So you see that there is only one cell left for the 9 in box 7, and that is going to be row 7 column 2. So let us place the 9 there. There is no 9 in row 7, no 9 in row 8. So which means in box 8, 9 must go into one of these two cells. But you can't have a 9 here, right? Because then 9 will be less than something. Both of these cells are valid possibilities. So let us leave that for now. Let us go to this box. 9 can't be in these 3 cells. Can't be here. Can be here. Can't be here, right? And similarly, these two cells, 9 can't be there. So 9 would be here. So you see that instead of making all possible candidates inside a cell, we are only focusing on a particular candidate, in this case 9, and trying to write all the pencil mark possibilities of that candidate in the box. So you will see why this is helpful later on. So let's go to box 2. 9 cannot be here because 9 is less than something. 9 can't be here. 9 cannot be here again. And 9 cannot be here because if you put the 9 here, it is less than something. So it's basically about not placing 9s in the open end of the symbols. Sorry, in the closed end of the symbol, I mean. So 9 can be here, can't be here, can't be here, can't be here, and can be here, right? Two possibilities. And let us go to box 3. 9 cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here because open end of the symbols is in those cells, so 9 can't be there. And similarly, 9 cannot be in these two cells. However, 9 is very much possible here. 9 is not possible here because if we have an open closed end of the symbol, and 9 cannot be here and 9 can be here. So which is a little bit unfortunate because we have exactly two possibilities of 9 in each of these two boxes, which means we can't place a 9 yet. So let us focus on the remaining box now where we haven't placed the 9s. So 9 cannot be in the middle column of that box. 9 cannot be here. 9 can be here. Cannot be here. 9 is possible here, not possible here, and can be here. So again we are getting three possibilities for 9 in that box. So with this, I don't think we can do much with the 9s. So it makes sense to focus on the lowest digit. So normally if I solve an inequality Sudoku, if I see that the 9s are placed, the majority of 9s are placed, I will go to the next highest digit, 8 in this case. But in this Sudoku, particular Sudoku, you see that we have placed only one 9 in addition to the given 9, and all the rest of the 9s we do not have any clue. So let us try to focus on the lowest digit. You can start with either the highest digit in an inequality Sudoku or the lowest digit, because those are usually the starting places by which an author will go about constructing a Sudoku. Let us focus on the 1 now. So 1 cannot be in these three cells, can't be here because then 1 will be greater than something. Obviously 1 is the lowest digit, it cannot be greater than any digit. So 1 is not here, 1 is not here, 1 can be here. So instead of placing 1 at the open end of the symbols, now we are going to look for cells which have only closed end of the symbols. So 1 cannot be here, 1 cannot be here, 1 cannot be here. Great. So which means that there is only one possibility for 1 in box 4. We can place that now. And now column 1 and column 2 have their 1s. So 1 must be in one of these three cells, but 1 cannot be in these two cells, right? So we'll remove them. So 1 has to be here. And let us continue along this direction. 1 is not in these three cells. 1 cannot be here. 1 can be here because all the symbols in that cell, or rather that cell is having only the closed end of the symbol. So 1 can be here, 1 can't be here, can be here, can't be here, and can be here. So three possibilities, right? And 1 cannot be in these three cells, so 1 has to be in these two cells in box 9. 1 can't be in these three cells, cannot be here, cannot be here, can be here, can be here, cannot be here, cannot be here, right? And similarly 1 is not possible in these three cells, not possible here, not possible here, possible here, not possible, not possible, not possible. Again we have only one cell left for the 1 in box 3, we can place that now, and that eliminates the 1 from here, which gives us a 1 in this cell. Beautiful. So which means that we will have 1 in one of these two cells. As you can see, the author has clearly laid out a path or constructed in such a way that the solver has to place the 1s first. We tried placing the 9s, but we weren't able to make much progress. However, the 1s are helping us much, as you can see. So 1 is in row 1 and 1 is in row 2, which means 1 is in one of these three cells, but 1 cannot be here and 1 cannot be here. So 1 has to be here. We have got another 1, and that eliminates the 1 from here, which means that 1 is in one of these two cells, and which eliminates the 1 from here, which gives us a 1 here. Beautiful. We have almost got all the 1s now, except the ones in boxes 5 and 8. So we can't resolve these ones yet because we don't have much information now. Now, how do you continue? The confusion will naturally come to mind. Obviously, you have to go to the next highest digit after 1. Why am I saying this? Because if there were more 9s in the grid, it would have made sense to go to 8 and continue. However, we have placed a lot of 1s in the grid, right? So you have to go to the next highest digit because there is only one digit lower than 2. So that will be very helpful. So since we have placed majority of 1s, we will focus on the 2s next. Right? So 2 cannot be in these three cells. Obviously, because if you have a 2 here, then you need to have, So if you have a 2 here, a 2 can be greater than only 1. So if you have a 2 here, then you must have a 1 in both of these cells, which is not possible. 1 is already placed. So we can eliminate 2 from cells which have the open end of the symbol and which do not have a 1 in the adjacent cell. So 2 is eliminated from these three cells. 2 can be here, cannot be here, right? Because if it's here, then 1 must be here, not possible. Can be here and cannot be here because 1 must be here, again not possible, and also not possible here. So 2 is in one of these 2 cells in column 2 box 4. So which means that 2 must go into one of these 3 cells in column 1. So 2 is eliminated from here because 1 is not here. Same reason 2 is eliminated from here, which gives us a 2. Beautiful. So 2 can't be in these 3 cells and 2 can be possible here, right? No. Why? Because we can't have 2 cells lower than 2 in box 8. There is only one cell, one digit lower than 2, so you can eliminate the 2 from this cell, because then you must have 1 in both of these cells, which is not possible. So eliminate 2 from here, possible here, not possible here, right? So 2 is again not possible here, not possible here, because then you need to have 1 here, but 1 is in one of these 2 cells, and 2 is also not possible here. So we have eliminated 2 from all these all these 5 cells, and these 3 cells are eliminated because of this 2, which means that there is only 1 cell left for the 2 in, what is this box? Box 8, right? So we can place the 2 now, and the 2 in box 9 will go in one of these 3 cells. So let us go to box 2 now, because 5 cells are already eliminated, right? The 2's can't be in these cells. So which means that 2 must go here, here, here or here. Only 4 cells left. But 2 is eliminated from here. You can easily see why. So 2 is gone from here and again gone from here, because 1 must be here then. And 2 is also eliminated from here because we need to have 1 here, right? But 1 is already here. So we get a 2 here. And we get 2 in one of these 2 cells in row 3, row 1, box 3. And both of these cells are possible because both of these 2's are in the closed end of the cells, right? So which is quite possible. Now let us go to this box, the only box where we haven't placed all the possibilities of 2, 8. 2 is not possible here, right? So 2 is possible here, not possible, not possible, not possible, possible here, not possible here, because we need to have 1 here, and again not possible here. That gives us a 1 here. So 2 has only 2 possibilities in that box, right? Yes. So any more things we can do now? So 2 is in one of these 2 cells, 2 is in one of these 2 cells, right? Not much information. So you see that the Sudoku has come to more or less a halt now, because you can't play around with classic part using any of the 2's, and we have already seen that the 1's have stagnated because there are only 2 1's and 9's are already helpless. So where do we continue now? So here we can either go to 3 and try placing the 3's. However, if you start placing the 3's, then the possibilities will get even more, because we have not resolved the 2's yet fully. We have only placed 3 2's in the grid. So it makes sense to focus on places which have already some given digits, and also we have some filled digits. So in this case you see that box 7 has already 3 filled digits, and there is an 8 which is eliminated from these 3 cells. So it makes a clear logical flow to focus on this box to see if you can place the 8's. So obviously you can't have 8 in these 3 cells, and 8 is not here, because if 8 is here, then 9 must be here. 8 is less than something, so 9 has to be here. So 8 is eliminated from that cell, so 8 must go into one of these 2 cells. Again, you can see that 8 is not possible here, because then 9 must be here. This cell must be greater than this cell. So again 8 is eliminated from here. So we have got a fixed digit now. Superb. So let us focus on the 8's now. 8 is not in these 3 cells. 8 is not in these 2 cells, right? Which means that 8 must go into one of these 3 cells, right? So 8 is very well possible here, and 8 is very well possible here. But can we have an 8 here? 8 can at max be less than only one digit, which is 9. But in this cell, you see that there are 2 closed symbols pointing at this cell, which means that 8 has to be less than 2 digits. Not possible. So we can eliminate the 8, and we have got an 8-9 pair. That's great. So how do we continue the grid? Now we have again 2 options left with us. We can either continue along with the 8's, or we can try to focus on areas just like we did here, right? This box is still severely restricted. So we can continue in this box, or we can go along with the 8's. But why we are not going with the 8th route is that we have still not resolved many of the 9s. So you can't possibly resolve the 8s now. So it makes sense to focus on box 7. So now the next highest digit is 7. So 7 can't be here because 7 is less than something, and 8 and 9 are the only digits which are greater than 7, and 7 cannot be here now. So 7 is possible here, not possible here because then this must be 8 or 9, not possible here, so this must be 8 or 9, but both are already filled. And similarly 7 is also not possible here because we must have 8 or 9 here. So again not possible. So only one option left for the 7, and that is going to be this cell. Beautiful, right? The author has cleanly constructed the grid, a perfect logical solve path. So 7 is not possible in these 3 cells, 7 is not possible in these 2 cells, that gives us a 7 here. And now we have 4 digits pending in box 7, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So which means that we have a continuous sequence of 3 cells. So this is either 3 or 4, if you candidate them. This must be either 4 or 5, and this must be either 5 or 6. No other possibilities in these 3 cells. Okay, so we have some interesting directions here. So if you have a 5 here in row 9 column 2, you get a 4 here, right? A 5 here leads to a 4. But then you can't place the 4, 5 in box 9, right? Slightly sharp deduction. If you have a 5 here, you get a 4 here, but you can't place both the 4 and 5 then in box 9. So this can't be a 5. An easier way to look at it is 6 can't be in row 7 of box 8. So 6 must be in one of these 2 cells, which means that 6 has to go in this cell. 6 is here and this cell must be 3, 4 or 5, right? And now we can focus on column 2, right? There are how many? 5 digits already. 1, 3, 6, 7, 9. So remaining digits are 2, 4, 5 and 8. So let us look at this cell because it's severely constrained. So this can only be 2, 4, 5, 8. But we have already narrowed down 2 to one of these 2 cells. So 2 can't be here. So this is 4, 5 or 8. Can we have a 4 here? If you have a 4 here, then you must have 2 digits less than 4, right? But 1 and 3 are already filled. So you can't have 2 digits less than 4 in these 2 cells because 1 and 3 are already present. So 4 is also not possible. So this is 5 or 8. If you have a 5, then you can place 2, 4 here and 8 is possible. Quite possible. So one more thing you can see is that 4 is not going to be in this cell because 4 is here. So which means 4 in column 2 will be going into these 2 cells. And using simple classic, we could have eliminated the 4 here. So this is 3 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9. So this must be 5 or 8. Right? Great. So 5 is here. So which eliminates the 5 from here. We can place the 8. And that gives us a 5 here. And 8 is less than something. So we get the 9 now. Beautiful, guys. Amazing solve path. I really love the way the Sudoku is proceeding now. Really enjoyable to solve. So you see that we are getting very fast progress by using the solve path that I stated, by starting with higher digits, and then if you are not getting much by placing the higher digits, you can focus on the other extreme by placing the lower digits. And now we have placed the 9 here, so we can eliminate the 9 from this cell, which means 9 must be in one of these 2 cells, so 9 can be eliminated from here, that gives us a 9 here, and which eliminates the 9 from here, which gives us the 9 here. Amazing. So 9 in row 2 and 3, so 9 is in one of these 2 cells, but 9 can't be here, so this must be a 9. Beautiful, beautiful Sudoku. So these 3 cells must be 6, 7, 8, right? No other possibility. So 1, 2, 9, 6, 7, 8, so this must be 3, 4 or 5. But 4 is in one of these 2 cells, so this is 3 or 5. And now, so if you look at this box, we have placed 8 and 9. So where can we place the 7? You can't have a 7 here because then you need to have an 8 or 9 here, nor can you have a 7 here, right? Because then you need to place 8 or 9 here, but both 8 and 9 are already there. So which means that this cell must be a 7. And similarly, you can see that 6 can't be here because then you must have 7, 8 or 9 here, but all 3 are filled already. So this cell must be a 6. So this cell must be a 3 or a 5. Now we can resolve this box. If you look closely, see, this cell is lower than both row 6 column 1 and row 6 column 3. So which means that you can't have a 4 here, right? Because if 4 is there, then it means that 4 is less than 3 also. So this must be a 2 and this must be a 4. Beautiful. So we have got one more 2 now, and there is a 2 in column 4 and 5. So 2 must go into one of these two cells in box 5. Great. We have made some really good progress. So now that we have placed many of the 9s, it makes sense to focus on how to place the 8s. As you can see, I am clearly going along how to place the 9s, how to place the 8s, how to place the 1s, how to place the 2s. So this is how you go along in an inequality Sudoku. So let us see where we can place the 8 here. So 8 can't be in this cell because 9 must be here. So 8 is not possible here, not possible here, possible here, and 8 is not possible here because then we need 2 more digits greater than 9, not possible. So 8 is also possible here. So there is only 2 possibilities left for 8 in box 2. Let us focus on box 3 now. So these 2 cells are eliminated because 9 is not here. So these 3 cells are also, 2 cells are also eliminated because then if 8 is here then 9 must be here, and if 8 is here then 9 must be here. Both are eliminated. This cell is very much possible. This cell is again not possible, and this cell is also possible. Again we have an unfortunate situation where we are unable to resolve the 8s as it. But we have one more box to utilize. So 8 cannot be in these 3 cells, 8 can't be in these 2 cells, so 8 must be in these 4 cells, right? Can you have an 8 here? We need 2 digits greater than 9, so 8 is eliminated from here. 8 is very much possible here, and again 8 is very much possible here, and 8 is very much possible here as well. Because if you have the 8 here, you can still have the 9 and continue the Sudoku. There is no contradiction whatsoever. So how do you go about the Sudoku now? Right, we have 8s in one of these 2 cells and 8 in one of these 2 cells. So 8 is locked in these 2 cells, so which means that 8 in column 5 can't be here, cannot be here, so 8 has to go into one of these 2 cells. And still we can't resolve the 8s as it. Okay, so we are not getting much progress now by making use of the split pencil marks. So let us try to focus on rows or columns which have lots of digits, or boxes even. So in this case, this box has 5 digits, but we are not getting anything. Or maybe since 4 or 5 is here, you can't have 4 or 5 here, so this must be 4 or a 5. If this is a 4, this is a 4, and if this is a 5, this is a 5. And 2 and 3 must go here. Not much information. So let us focus on row 7 now because we have 5 filled in digits. Let us look at this cell. We have already 2, 8, 9, 6 and 7. So remaining digits are 1, 3, 4 and 5, right? But 1 and 5 are straight away ruled out. So this must be either 3 or 4. But can you have a 3 here? And this cell has exactly 3 open end symbols, which means that it is greater than at least, not at least, it means it's greater than exactly 3 cells. So if you have a 3 here, which means you can have 1 here, a 2 here, and you can't have one more digit less than 3. So this is not a 3, this is a 4. And that gives us a 5 here, which means this is a 5, which gives us a 3 here and a 4 here. And this 3 gives us a 3 here and a 5 here. Now we have completely resolved columns 1, 2, 3 except these 3 cells. And coming back to row 7, the remaining digits are 1 and 3. So we can just log them. And these 2 cells must be 5 and 6 now. Because 1, 3, 4, 2, 7, 8, 9. So these must be 5 and 6. Very clean solve path, guys. Very good inequality Sudoku. And now the only possible candidate left in box 9 is 4. So we can pencil mark them. So how do we continue? So along column 5 we have 1, 5, 9, 4, 2, 4, 7. Remaining digits are 3, 6 and 8. So this is not going to be an 8 because then we need a 9 here. So this is a 3 or a 6. And this is a 6 or 8 because 3 is here, and this is a 3, 6 or 8. So 1 can be eliminated from here because we place the 1 here. Can we place the 3 here? Can't, right? Because if you have a 3 here, then you must have a 2 or 1 here, but 2 and 1 are already placed. So this is a 6, and that gives us an 8 here, a 3 here, and which eliminates the 8 from these two cells. Great. That gives us an 8 here, which forces the 8 here, and which forces the 8 here. Superb, guys. And that forces the 8 here in box 8, and that forces the 9 here, and which means 9 must go into one of these two cells in box 5. And because of this 8, 9 got pushed here, and that forces the 9 here, which forces the 2 here, which forces the 1 here. Superb. And which forces the 2 here, because 2 is eliminated from here. Now you see that we are quickly eliminating our candidates, and we are getting very fast digits. This is how you go about a proper way to solve an inequality Sudoku. And this one resolves this 1-3 pair. This is a 1, this is a 3. So remaining digits in box 5 are 4, 6 and 7, but 4 and 7 are here, so this is a 6, and these two cells must be 4, 7, and this must be a 6, right? Along row 6 we only have the 6, and 9, 6, 8, 1, 2, 5, so remaining are 3, 4 and 7, and they must be placed in exactly this order, because we have 2 greater than symbols, and this must be a 5. 2, 4 here, so this must be a 3, and this must be 2, 4 pair. We have a 6 here, so this must be a 6, and this must be a 5, and this is 4 or a 7 along column 4, but this can't be a 4 because it's greater than 6, so this is a 7, this is a 7, and this is a 4, and remaining digits along in box 2 are 3, 4, 5, right? This is not a 5, so this is a 3 or a 4, and this cell, if you see, it is less than both of these cells, so this must be a 3, this must be a 4, and this must be a 5. And only possible digits in row 3 are 6 and 7, and we can place them. This is either 6 or 7, which means this is 7, 8 or 9, but 8 and 9 are ruled out because this cell is greater than this, so this must be a 7, this must be a 6, this must be a 7. Because of this 8, we get an 8 and a 6 here, and these two cells must be 4, 5 now. We can just resolve them. This 4 gives us a 4 here, a 2 here, and that pushes the 2 to this cell and a 3 to this cell, and we have completed this absolutely fantastic inequality Sudoku. I had tremendous fun solving this inequality Sudoku. Hope you guys also enjoyed watching me solve this Sudoku. So the process to go about solving an inequality Sudoku is that regardless of how many givens you have, if you have a lot of symbols in the grid, then you start with the highest digit and place all the possibilities of that digit in the boxes where there are predominantly symbols, and then you go to the next highest digit. If you have got a majority of the 9s, resolved. If not, you go to the 1s and try to place them, and if you have placed a lot of 1s, then you go to 2, go to 3, and so on and so forth. Also, you need to keep in mind that you have to be on the lookout for a long sequence of symbols which can eliminate a lot of digits for you. So this is how you solve an inequality Sudoku. Hope you guys got a little bit more fun by watching me solve this inequality Sudoku. We want to take your aversion away from this inequality Sudoku. We hope to see you all soon, and please remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.